this?
Who's back? Who's back?
He showed up.
All right, Nick, I didn't want to have to do this, but we got to start with some Lakers Suns.
Oh, you wanted to do this, Jenna.
Here we go.
Been waiting 4 years to do this.
So badly, Nick.
You've
so
been waiting
badly.
years.
No Anthony Davis last night. He's out with that groin strain, and the Suns came out swinging to the tune of a 30-point halftime lead, to a tune of a 30-point win for the Suns. The only dark spot for them, though, Chris Paul did re-injure that shoulder. He had to leave the game. But his team more than carried the load. They won, and the Lakers now sit on the brink of a first-round exit. Here's LeBron after the game.
I don't know. We got our ass kicked. I mean, it's just that simple. They got to whatever they wanted to get to in this game, and we got to be better, obviously, if we want to force a game 7. So, obviously, a lot to learn from in this game, a lot to cover. See, what we got to do better going into game 6. But I mean, they pretty much just kicked our ass. I mean, there's nothing else really to say.
What I'm not going to do, Nick, is ask if you're worried moving forward, because I like to save that juicy question for later. What I will ask you is this. This game, was it more about what the Suns did or what the Lakers didn't do last night?
Oh, it was all of the above. Jenna Wolf, Kevin Wildes, and Brandon Marshall. Oh, God, I do not look forward to seeing Brandon Marshall's smiling pearly whites this morning. I've got to take this one on the chin, because I think I was more wrong about an individual sporting event last night than I've ever been about any individual sporting event in my life. Everything about the Lakers' performance was pathetic. Every single thing. From the fact of when the pathetic performance started, before the game even started, when they announced the starting lineups, and Frank Vogel said, you know what, we're going to start? A 5-man unit that has never started together, a 5-man unit that has played 0 minutes together ever. Never played on the court together. Let's start it in Game 5 of the playoffs. I thought LeBron would have a sense of urgency, didn't really see it. I thought Schroeder would bounce back from an awful Game 4. Instead, he had quite literally the worst game of his life. I thought the Lakers would understand that Devin Booker at home in this series has been excellent, has been bubbling, waiting for an explosion. Nope, they decided to let him get whatever he wants. He had 18 points in the first quarter, which was 150% of the points the Lakers scored as a team in the second quarter. It was a disaster. Everything about it was terrible. However, Brandon Marshall, as the great English author Thomas Fuller once said, it is always darkest before the dawn. And it is not 1995, and it is not a best of 5. It is a best of 7, and you still must beat this team 4 times.
You're not doing this right now.
So yesterday was terrible.
You better not do this right now.
Yesterday was as bad as it gets. There is no excuse for my misanalysis and for the Lakers' terrible play. However, the series, Brandon, is not over.
Oh,
Brandon, he's owning it, Brandon. He's owning it.
You are not doing this morning. Did you not watch this game? We were tweeting each other. I know that wasn't a robot tweeting me back. You were up watching the game. The game was over with 5.
Yeah. I sent
Oh my goodness! Wow.
You're blocked, so I didn't see anything.
Can we send a nurse? Can we send somebody to his apartment? I know you're there. You're probably on the outskirts of New York, but send somebody to this man's house. This man is losing it. I was going to take it easy on you, buddy, but you come back in and you triple down. That's what you just did. You had 2 aces and you told him to split it. That's what you did. You had 20. You're like, take it. Take the win. You had the opportunity to get out of it when AD went down, Nick. Please, brother, you understand that this series is over, but you're just Tupac committed. Look, here's the deal. It was a little bit of both, Jenna. When you watched that game, I did see a sense of urgency in LeBron coming out. That's why I tweeted early in that game that, man, it looks like he's going for 50. He was pulling up. He was aggressive, not only on the perimeter, but also in the paint. And then he just went cold. And then everybody else never even got warm. On the other side, you had a whole team, a complete team. You had Book that went for 30. You know, Paul only had 9. Ayton only had 8. But then you had the others that truly stepped up, and they've been stepping up all series, and that's Bridges, Payne, and Johnson. They played phenomenal. They were sensational. So for that reason, that's why I chose this team, because you didn't know what you were going to get out of AD. We talked about this coming in, Nick. We said that AD could potentially make it to the playoffs, but he may not be able to sustain. So while I'm disappointed that Nick is tripling down on this Lakers bet.
Well, don't be disappointed. Let's see how Game 6 goes. And Kevin Wildes, you know, people laugh, but Wildes, you know, a staple of my sports commentary sometimes is, you know what happened? Someone played too good. And the Suns, when I see Cam Payne looking like he's in open gym, when I see the Phoenix Suns commit 4 turnovers the entire game, when I see AD, who didn't play obviously, Schroeder and KCP combine for as many points as the old Phoenix Gorilla, the mascot, the famous mascot they had, 0, I say, you know what? Game 6 is going to be better. Game 6 is going to be in Los Angeles. Game 6, the Lakers will be the favorites. So yesterday, I was wrong. I had to just take it. And we will see what the rest of the series looks like. But yeah, what's up?
Stop beating yourself up. Your old buddy Kevin Wilde's going to help you out. Because although Brandon wants to pile on you and Jenna wants to take her shots at you, I'm here to support you, because I think you got something 100% right yesterday, and I'm not joking, 100% right yesterday. We said in the last segment of the show, said this is the most important game of DeAndre Ayton's life, most important game of Devin Booker's life, one of the most important games of Chris Paul's life. And you're like, that's right. He's like, here's the thing though, Wildes. They're all just kind of new to the game, minus Chris Paul. It is about the 173rd most important game of LeBron James' life. I was like, huh, that's interesting. That's a good point by Nick. But here's the problem. You were too right for your own good, because they all treated it like just a normal game where there was such a sense of urgency from the Suns players and the Suns crowd. The Lakers got rolled. And I just want to kill one narrative, because like Draymond was on at halftime. It's like, LeBron did his job. You know what? They got to hit their shots. They missed those shots because Phoenix did a great job playing defense. You can be a step slow, and those guys can hit those shots. Here's just one random play. This is not a play you'll see on any highlights. LeBron's got it. Hey, kick it to the corner for Kuzma. Cam Payne comes from the elbow and closes out. Then Devin Booker basically comes from the baseline. KCP's got some awkward-looking, one-legged floater that's not really a floater. This happened all game, or at least all first half. And when they talk about being aggressive on the defense for the Suns, I want to show you one other graphic, Nick, that I thought was super interesting. LeBron didn't get one free throw. Didn't get it. There was a handful of calls where he like put his hands up that he thought he deserved something. But it feels like this is indicative of either him not being aggressive enough, him kind of carrying out his like I need to get guys involved too much, or him not being 100%, and probably a combination of everything. What did you take from him not going to the free throw line at all last night?
Well, listen, I think it's a little misleading because, as you mentioned, I thought he was relatively aggressive. I thought there was a bunch of, or at least 3 separate drives to the basket where he was trying to get to the free throw line and didn't get the call. But I do think that he didn't have the sense of urgency. He played okay. LeBron, that was like a C- game. Everyone else, it was an F game, and the Suns played out of their minds. But the reason that the Suns had the sense of urgency is the Suns understand something that, and we'll see if they can do it, that I had said a long time ago, and you laughed at me, Kevin Wildes, but it's accurate. The Suns or any team playing LeBron, they have to win. They don't have to win 4 out of 7. You have to win 4 out of 6. Because if it gets to a game 7, you're cooked. So the Suns knew in order to win this series, they had to win yesterday. And they did. And they annihilated the Lakers. What, Brandon? Brandon, you think they can beat them? You think if the Lakers win Thursday?
Historical references. No, like you also said, oh, it's the king. He's never lost. You know, in the first